From the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Studio of Pressbox, this is the Pressbox Fantasy Football Show. Glenn Clark, Kyle Ottenheimer, but most importantly, our lovely and talented host, Mr. Ken Zalis. KZ, how you doing, bud?
I'm great. It's week 10. It's flying.
I get depressed now. This is the part of the year where I start getting depressed because it's going to be over at some point. Like, all of the joy that I have, it's going to go away. I don't like that.
Or the pain.
You know. Well, I haven't had a lot of pain this season, to be honest with you.
That's always waiting for championship week for you.
100%. That's when it all comes. Unless I'm playing Gary Stein, in which case I get to be the big winner. Lots of stuff that we need to cover with you this week on the Pressbox Fantasy Football Show. Unfortunately, I hope everybody enjoyed their week with Christian McCaffrey because it's over, and I assume Mike Davis is once again the play that he was when McCaffrey was out.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's going to be, close to the top 12 in running backs. He's going to get all the work like he did before, and hopefully you held on to him. Shockingly, he was available in 25% of Yahoo and ESPN leagues.
That is really stupid.
This week, including 2 leagues that I play in.
That's insane.
Shockingly, to all the owners that I offered Mike Davis to, because I do not own McCaffrey in the leagues that I have him, and you turned me down. But yeah, he's right back where he is. He's going to get all the work. He's a PPR star, if nothing else, and he's going to get all the goal line touches. So, yeah, we're firing him up, and, it could just be 1 week if you listen to the reports today. It could be just that McCaffrey is back next week. We'll see. The initial reports were not great, so he's had a second opinion. I guess the second opinion went better than the first opinion, but we'll see. He's still going to be an in-game injury risk every time the rest of the year.
All right, so. I need you to explain the Chargers' backfield to me somehow, some way.
Nope, not going to do it.
I need you to do something to help me
just
out in this.
Don't play Justin Jackson.
Right, obviously don't do that, but like Kalen Ballage, who, by the way, this is a wacky bit. I picked up Kalen Ballage. ESPN told me he was a Jet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nobody has any idea. Well, the worst part about this is that Pope, we thought was going to be out. He's now practicing in full, and Kelly's still there. It's a three-headed monster. They're going to play the hot hand. If you can avoid the situation altogether, please do. If you have to look at some history, it would seem that Pope, when he plays, is the guy that they prefer on first and second down.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem that Kelly may be the guy that they prefer around the goal line, and Ballage kind of fills in if one of those two people don't get hurt. So that's the best I can make sense out of it. We'd like to avoid it altogether, but Pope right now is probably the top guy on my list.
Okay. I hear you. The Ravens get Mark Ingram back.
Yippee!
Does that make all Ravens backs unplayable this week?
100%. 1,000%. I mean, what do you make of it? I mean, we got to go back to the last time, 2 weeks ago when all three were there and none of them were usable for the first half of the season. So what makes us think that we know what's going to happen now? I think the only thing we can sort of guess at is it seems that J.K. Dobbins is the third down back and the passing down back. We don't see Gus or Ingram catch a lot of balls this year, but, it's the hot hand. They don't let anybody get any momentum. When all three of them are healthy, it seems whatever system they work with is they stick to it all game long, and all of them are tough to trust.
I completely understand.
I mean, we're guessing for who's going to score the touchdown.
Right.
That's basically what we're playing. Who's going to score the touchdown? Well, when you're trying to start fantasy players, that's not how you want to do it. I mean, you want to do it who's going to get the most touches and the opportunities. PPR, you probably lean towards Dobbins, and non-PPR, I guess Gus. I can't play Ingram. He was terrible.
The Washington backfield. J.D. McKissick a play at this point?
Yeah, he's the guy. Actually, was asked yesterday by a coworker because they saw my rankings. They're like, you're like 20 spots lower on Gibson than everybody else. I was like, he didn't practice. He has a shoulder injury. Where do you want me to rank him? And and hasn't been playing more than 45 to 50% of the snaps in Washington anyway. He's only had 4 to 5 targets over the last 3 weeks total, not per week, but total, which is for a guy that's supposedly more of a wide receiver and running back is just absolutely insane. But McKissic's played well. He's been targeted, especially in a PPR, half PPR. If you can get 8-9 catches out of him like you've been, he's the guy to play. We'll see. He's even better if Gibson is totally out. If he doesn't practice today, we'll wait to see on that. But it's tough to trust Gibson right now in any aspect, especially with the shoulder injury. You're one hit away from being an in-game injury. Not seeing the field the rest of the time.
Pressbox Fantasy Football Show is brought to you by the U.S. Army. What's your warrior? Become it in the Army. Whether you want to cure diseases or develop technology that the world doesn't know exists yet, the Army is where all of that can happen. Find out more by contacting your local Army recruiter and follow us on social media at U.S. Army Baltimore. Ask yourself, what's your warrior? And go to goarmy.com/Baltimore to find out. Chris Carson.
Coach says he's supposed to run. He ran a little bit yesterday. He's supposed to run a little bit more. Said he's ahead of Carlos Hyde. I guess that's a good thing. So we'll see. A lot of people expect him to play, but we got to see him get a full practice in.
Is it fair to say if he plays, you treat him like he's Chris Carson?
Correct. I mean, did everybody learn their lesson with Aaron Jones?
Sure.
I mean,
right.
Oh, he's going to be limited. He's going to be limited, and he's got the first 6 touches of the game. And the only reason he didn't have a monster day is because they just blew the roof out of it. And they said, okay, let's not risk him anymore.
Right.
But he was on pace for a tremendous day. You play your studs, and if he's not good enough, they're not going to activate him. So if they activate him, you're playing him.
Well, I'm in a spot where if he doesn't play, I'm going to have to play Jerick McKinnon.
I'm sorry.
What do we make of the San Francisco backfield now? Come on, we have to talk about it.
No. Here's what I did, and I'll be honest with you. I dropped Hasty in every league I own him in because, and I don't care. I hope. If you're a 49er fan, I hope he plays well and scores 2 touchdowns. And if you pick him up and he scores 2 touchdowns for you, good. I don't want the decision because whatever decision we think we make is wrong. Last week was a smash spot against a Green Bay team that can't stop the run. They didn't even try to run. They just decided to throw the whole time with Nick Mullins. Some offensive genius Shanahan is, I just so we can. In
fairness, they fell behind too.
No, this was from snap one.
But there was no coming back at that point.
7-0. Yeah, you're behind. It doesn't mean you stop running the football and limit the time that Aaron Rodgers. No, let's give Aaron Rodgers the ball every third play. Yeah, that'll work out well for us. Anyway, I'm avoiding it. If you have to start one, it's McKinnon, and that's it. Because you think he has a role, but he may have tired legs. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anybody else got a better plan?
Well, you're the guy.
I know. And I'm telling you, don't play any of them. Don't trust any of them.
Well, I don't want to, but if Chris Carson's hurt, then I'm not going to have much of a choice here.
Play Mark Ingram. No, just
over Jerick McKinnon.
No, it's a joke.
This is just a generic question. Where do you have Tua ranked this week?
I have him ranked, I believe, 15th.
Okay.
This week.
So he's not quite a play, but
no. I mean, if you have some bye issues, yes, exactly.
Like if you're a Matt Ryan
exactly
owner.
15th. I mean, I have him again above Burrow. I have him above Cam. I have him above Stafford. So I mean, he's a play. I mean, I can see using him. I'm using him in the league.
Yeah.
That I have I have Mahomes on bye. Okay. Mm-hmm. You use him for the 1 week, and
so then you like Devontae Parker this week?
Enough. I can use him. I mean, he's a wide receiver 3 for me this week. I lowered him because I just hated the matchup, and they had no other wide receivers. So who's Ramsey going to take against against Miami? But he's a wide receiver 3 for me this week.
They're exciting. It seems like something's coming there.
Wish I knew who was running the ball there too. But hey,
I mean. Who really did run the ball last week?
Ahmed. But
Remember we talked about him?
I scooped him up in one league, but I had to drop him. But
we talked about him, and
Salvon Ahmed,
I said,
backup at Washington.
Pick him up.
He looked good, but
he did. He only had 9
Breda
carries.
might play this week.
Breda might play, so we'll see.
Washington might play this week.
Washington's a guy that
Jordan Howard's not going anywhere apparently.
Yeah, I mean Jordan Howard is their
Goal
if they
line.
have the ball
would you
the
rather-
2-yard line are in, not the 5, but the 2 are in. Howard's your guy.
Would you rather own Ballage or Ahmed right now?
I think Ahmed.
No.
By the way, I don't think I
I just thought
I'm
because
not-
Gaskin's coming back probably, and then ultimately who
Well,
knows what's
but
going to look like.
Gaskin, I don't know if he's coming back, but we'll see. Probably. I mean, the better way to go for somebody that could be somebody if he's on your roster is Ahmed.
at some point.
At some point,
Right. At some
Could
point.
be as early as next
I'm
week.
saying like
right?
this week, Kalen Ballage could be a play.
he could be. They're in the same exact boat. They're in the same exact boat. They really are. I guess the way I look at it is there are less healthy backs in Miami if Breda is out,
Right.
versus in La La Land where they have.
For some reason, they feel like
I know,
It's
but
a-
they
it's a-
have.
it's a
they
weird
have-
bit.
But they have 3
for
guys.
some reason he was the guy, and then they kept him on the practice squad, which is the weirdest bit.
And just remember, Gabe Neighbors, your fullback vulture,
whatever that is.
2 weeks in a row has caught a pass.
Oh, and they're
for
going.
a
They were
touchdown.
going to something called a Parham with the game on the line.
Yes, Parham. Yes, that's who we throw
That's
to.
what they were going to. With
Not
the
Williams.
Game at stake.
Not Allen. Not
All
Henry.
right. All right.
Parham.
You've got questions.
Dropped the ball.
He did. That's the way it went. They lost again. You've got questions. I know that's true. By the way, that was only one of the 2 games you got right last week. So it's
That's
good
right.
for
I was
you
glad
if
he
that
dropped the
played
ball.
out that way.
I was glad he dropped the ball.
You got your questions. Tweet me at Glenn Clark Radio or do what Troy did. Get in the comments on the video, and we will pose them to KZ. Next, it's the Press Box Fantasy Football Show from the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Studio.
Glory Days Grill's Oktoberfest menu is available now. Our fall seasonal menu is available for dine-in, dine-out, on the patio, or to go. It's a new season, so enjoy new flavors. Try their new chicken schnitzel or the delicious Prussian pretzel rolls. Glory Days is open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Visit glorydaysgrill.com for a location near you. From the Glory Days Grill family, stay healthy and positive during this challenging time in our community.
With Wise Market's lowest price guarantee, we guarantee the lowest price in the area. If a local competitor advertises any of our tagged lowest price guarantee items at a lower price, we'll give you double the difference with purchase.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
Looking to get one up on the competition? Supercharge your computer skills. CCBC has classes at all levels from beginner to expert coder. Explore Microsoft Office, gaming, or even ethical hacker. Maybe hardware is your gig. Become A+ certified. All tuition free if you qualify. Call 443-840-4700 or visit ccbcmd.edu/quickreg.
If you're looking to make an impact, there's no better place to do that than the U.S. Army. Whether your goal is to fight and cure deadly diseases, develop technologies, or seek adventures across the globe, the Army is where all of that can happen, and so much more. The Army is a team of 1 million individuals working together to take on the most complex problems in the nation and the world, and to win. Ask yourself, what's your warrior? Go to army.com/Baltimore to find out. To learn more, contact your local Army recruiter and find us on social media at U.S. Army Baltimore.
Back in here on the Press Box Fantasy Football Show. Ken Zalis, your host. All right, KZ, let's start getting to it.
Okay.
Troy's up first. He's got Gurley on a bye. Is assuming that you're going to say McKissick is the play over Phillip Lindsay and Josh Kelly.
That is correct.
That's simple as that.
Simple as that. I don't even have to say names. You are correct, sir.
All right, very good. Paul Valley, the host of the Bat Around, wants to know, needs 2 of these 3 running backs, J.K. Dobbins, Leonard Fournette, and Duke Johnson.
Fournette and Duke Johnson. We cannot trust the Baltimore Raven backfield as of right now unless 2 things happen. 1, Ingram is out, and 2, somehow David Johnson does play. Then you would start Dobbins and Fournette.
I mean,
Fournette is playing.
We're pretty sure Mark Ingram's playing.
So, yeah, I guess.
I mean, he practiced yesterday. Like, there's no reason
And
to
it
think he's
appears
not going to
likely
play.
that Johnson will not.
It does. So it's Duke and Leonard.
Leonard Fournette. Those are the 2 plays there. All right. From Nick Kelly. Nick Kelly, PPR needs 2 of these 4 receivers. Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Robert Woods.
2 of the 4?
2 of the 4.
We're going Robert Woods and Justin Jefferson. I like Jefferson's matchup this week. I know it's the Bears, but the Bears shut down number 1 receivers, not necessarily number 2 receivers.
I feel like I should have tried to trade. I feel like Mike Evans, I should have tried to pick off in a couple of leagues from somebody who was really angry about him. Like, I would take somebody else's flyer there.
They're so tough right now. I mean, you're back to probably a touchdown-dependent wide receiver there. Mm-hmm. But, it's a good offense. It's just with Brown.
Well, it wasn't last week.
Well, it certainly was not last week. But there's just so many mouths to feed. And this week especially, you beat Carolina on the ground. I mean, I would expect 30 rushes out of Tampa this week.
I am in a spot where I'm going to have to bench one of these guys. It's not going to be Dalvin Cook. James Robinson,
Tough matchup.
Really? James Robinson, Miles Sanders, and Joe Mixon. One of them is
Mixon's not going to play, so make it easy on you.
He's not going to play?
I don't think so. He didn't practice yesterday. It's a bad sign when you're coming back from a bye and you don't practice the first day.
The word is he didn't practice in the portion available to media, but he did like limited stuff on the side.
He would be
of
of that group anyway. I have him as the lowest ranked guy.
Okay.
Anyway,
that's a different thing.
But yeah, I mean, Robinson's in my top 5. Cook's 1.
Glenn always looks for reasons to bench James Robinson.
Well, I'm not going to do it this week, but
Dalvin Cook has a really tough matchup, and I'm not being smart about it.
That's all well and good.
But he's the
greatest
must-watch.
fantasy
I'm going
football
against him.
player
Let's
of the
just say
year.
I'm happy it's this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup. They did shut down, Henry last week, so
it's fine. I ain't benching Dalvin Cook.
I'm just saying he's my number 1 running back. I'm putting him there for a reason.
I'm
just saying it's a tough
more
matchup.
than other weeks.
Dave wants to know Dallas Goedert or Logan Thomas.
Dallas Goedert, he was heavily targeted upon his return. He should be
Didn't catch a lot though.
He did not, but we look at targets and opportunity.
I think he only had 1 target last week.
No, I thought he had like 6 or 7, but
I don't think that's true.
I do.
I'm sure Kyle knows more than the fantasy
He may be
football
right.
expert.
I remember seeing he was targeted.
I will look.
That's fine. If I'm wrong, I'm still going with Goddard.
All right, good to know.
He's in my top 5 this week.
If
Pro Football Reference says 1 target.
Well, I think you're fired. I think that's just the way that it works.
He's number
now.
4 on my list this week.
Need to start one of McKinnon, Drake, or Devontae Freeman from Dan in a PPR.
McKinnon, Drake,
or Devontae Freeman. Is that even the guy to own now in New York? I feel like everybody's riding with Wayne Gallman at this point.
Yeah, but Freeman was the guy until he got hurt. I guess it's Drake in the highest scoring game. I'll go that way.
Okay.
I don't like any of them. Drake's back. He practiced. Even when, he and Edwards were there, he was the guy that they used more often. He got more touches. McKinnon, again, we just it's so hard to trust the 49er backfield.
From Chris, are you starting Jarvis Landry over Jerry Jeudy or Travis Fulgham?
No.
Okay. That seems very
I do
simple.
like Landry, but I'm not starting him over those 2 guys.
Pressbox Fantasy Football Show is also brought to you this week by CCBC. Supercharge your computer skills with beginner to advanced classes at CCBC. All tuition free if you qualify. 443-840-4700. Kyle, go ahead while I reset.
Antonio Gibson or Duke Johnson?
Duke Johnson. I just don't trust. I mean, deciding today, I don't trust Gibson. I don't like the usage.
If he practices the next
I
2 days.
I still am going to go Duke simply because.
I mean, I understand the McKissick thing,
He hasn't, really done anything as far as in the pass game. Duke's going to get all the touches for Houston with assuming David Johnson is out. So I
assume Duke over Zach Moss as well.
Yes. Although I do like Zach Moss.
All right. Shark or Devontae Parker or John Brown or Jalen Reagor? Shark?
Yeah. I mean, what's his
Luton, baby.
Luton. I mean,
Joey Fatone.
he looked good.
He did.
He looked good. He threw the ball. He threw it downfield. It wasn't
Didn't
like
look
a dink and dunk.
afraid, yeah.
You know, he was mobile. The offense moved. And Chark was his top target. So, yeah.
So, I know you said you have number 4 as your tight end list, but that was seemed to be before you knew he had one target last week.
No, it's
Would
still
you
there.
play Goddard over Eric Ebron?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have him ranked that way. I do like Ebron. Ebron's in my top 10 this week. Just so many more mouths to feed.
Okay.
And the Giants are not great against the tight end. Just
Need to drop one of John Brown, Jalen Reagor, and Myles Gaskin, ultimately, probably, before this week to become a kicker? Which of those 3?
I mean, I'm gonna drop Gaskin because he's not healthy, and I don't know when he's coming back. The other 2 guys, Brown. I mean, look, I get the injury history, but he looked fantastic last week. I don't want to drop Reagor before I start seeing how involved he is, and he started to be involved in his first game back. He got a couple of looks, couple of catches. So, Gaskin, there really hasn't been a word. It doesn't seem like this was a 3-week type thing. I think it was longer than that. So
originally it was predicted to be 3 weeks, and they put him on IR, and now it's sort of been mum.
Yeah. It's been, you haven't heard anything, which is kind of weird because this is week 2 of it. You know, so I mean I would probably drop the hurt guy.
Okay, Jonathan Taylor or Devontae Parker or Jalen Reagor.
It's another thing we don't. I mean, the Colt backfield, what a mess that is.
Right.
This one's really, really tough.
I lean Parker probably.
I'm going to lean Parker with you. The matchup's good enough. And we can't trust Taylor. I mean, I always like to go the running back route when I can, but how can we trust him? I mean, he fumbled. So the coaches won't be happy with that. He's already losing touches to Wilkins and Hines the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, Parker.
Okay, an ever-increasing blocking role for Jonnu Smith or Jacob Hollister.
Nah, I still can't go Hollister. I get it. I mean, he's been frustrating, but you still got to go Jonnu.
All right, and last but not least,
We're
Corey
going to have
Davis.
to cancel the tight end position in fantasy football
Oh,
pretty
it's been
soon.
just terrible.
God, it's an abomination.
It's like somebody said, it's true. It's like the kicker position this
Yeah.
year. It's like, unless you have one of the top 2, just drop them and stream them every week.
All right, Corey Davis, who apparently will play tonight despite his brother
Yeah, that's
dying.
a tragedy.
Which is
It's terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Corey
27 years
Davis, DJ Shark, John Brown, Antonio Gibson. Need one receiver, one flex.
Chark. Who was the second receiver?
It was Corey Davis, John Brown,
John Brown.
Shark and John Brown.
Yeah.
And then if Gio, I have Bernard also. If
It makes it
obviously-
out Gio and
if we're a
Chark.
heartbeat, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you good?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, very good. Andrew starts. Hear me out.
Oh, goodness.
In my Patrick Mahomes league, I used a waiver claim to get Carson Wentz because he was the best quarterback available.
Yes.
Since that point, someone has dropped Jared Goff.
Oh, yes.
He said, hear him out. So,
Am I in this league with you? Because that happened in my league.
oh, did it? He's asking, does he put in a waiver claim for Goff, or does he wait to see if Goff is still there when waivers comes up again on Saturday in order to grab him?
I mean, it depends where your waiver wire claim is. I mean, they're like 8 and 9 on my list this week, so there's they both have good matchups.
But you're saying Goff is the higher of the two?
I mean, yeah, this week. I mean, he plays Seattle.
I
I mean,
get
it is what it is. But I unless you have one of the top couple waiver wire claims, he'd probably be gone because he's going to put up a massive week this week. And if he falls flat on his face, you don't want him anyway. So I would just play Wentz and wait.
Okay. Well, so I'm a little bit. Just hear that out again. What you're saying is
Just play Wentz.
just play Wentz.
Just play Wentz.
If for some reason nobody claims Goff,
Yeah, I mean,
then
you
pick
can
up
go.
Goff.
Go.
But
Also, a
don't.
free agent list in both of my leagues.
But well, what are your options?
Oh, I am playing Herbert and Josh Allen, so it's not.
So,
really
yeah,
me.
right.
And my
Like,
opponent has good quarterbacks.
little-
I
It's a
have this
little bit-
exact. I have this. We can't be in the same league because I have the exact same thing, and I have Wentz starting, and somebody dropped Goff, and I'm like, I don't work my waiver wire.
Yeah, I
is-
mean, you're probably not in the same league if he's got Wentz and you've got Wentz.
But no, it just sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
But my waiver wire is like 10 or 11, so I'm not going to be able to get him next week. So I'm
Right.
just, if I can pick him up now, I'm going to start him this week, and that'll be the end of it. And
But are you're putting in a claim for him?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Just because your claim is so low that
Yeah, 'cause
resetting
I'm-
from 10 to
yeah,
12 or
right.
whatever won't make a difference.
No, it's not going to matter to me.
I get that. That makes a lot of sense. From Derek. Derek says, need one of DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gibson, or Devontae Freeman.
Swift. Again, I can't recommend Gibson right now. And I really don't like him even if he plays too much because I think McKissick has proven over the last couple weeks that he's the for whatever reason the coaching staff prefers him right now. The fumble I'm sure didn't help
Yeah.
Gibson in any way. Shoulder injury bothers me. One hit and we're done for the day. I can't trust Freeman either. I mean Philly's better on defense than we think as well, especially against the run. And even if Freeman is active, it's probably still a timeshare with Gallman. So I'll go Swift, even though that's a mess too. But he's at least more active and matchups good enough.
Ray needs 3 of these wide receivers.
Hey.
Fuller,
Yes.
Kupp,
Yes.
Fulgham,
Yes.
Jefferson,
Ugh.
Landry, Mike Williams. Again, it's Fuller, Kupp,
So we're starting Fuller, we're starting Kupp, and we're starting.
Fulgham,
Hold on,
Landry.
maybe that's for me. Are they going to answer it for me? So it's Fulgham or
Fulgham, Mike Williams, Justin Jefferson, and Jarvis Landry.
I really like. I'm going to go Fulham.
Okay.
I really like Jefferson this week, but there is more risk there. But I really like him. But that's a really, my God, that's a really good grouping.
Never heard anybody hedge more on something.
I know, but I
really love this guy, but go the other guy.
do.
I just really love this guy,
I
but go
really
the other
do.
guy.
I know.
I really
I know.
can't tell you how
I
much
like
I love
Fulgham.
this guy.
I
I
like-
love this guy, but don't play him. Whatever you do.
I
don't
do
play
like
him.
I do like Fulgham. I know he gets the James Bradbury treatment, but I do like him.
Such a funny back and forth.
I know
though.
it is
just was.
because that's what's happening in my brain right now.
All right. What else is on your mind going into this week?
I don't know. It's week 10. There's only 6 weeks left. Thank God.
That is true. Oh, hang on. Oh, God. Oh, no, John, you didn't.
What?
Need a kicker.
Good. Pick one up. I
Zane-
highly recommend it.
Zane Gonzalez. Oh, I see. He's just trying to be. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't catch it. He did. He said, I need a kicker in a PPR. All right.
PPR,
You're,
okay.
Need a kicker. Zane Gonzalez, Sanders, or Randy Bullock. Who cares?
Sanders.
Sanders is the play.
There.
There,
I'll answer.
that's
I'll
a
answer.
good- it's a good
I'll answer
option.
questions even if they're about kickers.
I don't think he.
I
was
love
playing Sanders.
getting kicker questions.
Who cares? Just pick one up. you know.
Enjoy the art of the kicker on fantasy football.
It's
I'm not good at it, but I enjoy
No,
it.
but there is no being good at it.
No, there's a little bit of an
There
art.
is not. There is nothing at all whatsoever.
You just draft.
There's a little bit of an art.
Yeah, draft
Tucker.
Justin Tucker in the 3rd round or
Right,
whatever.
right,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Looking for an easy family meal? Glory Days Grill offers patio dining along with to-go and online ordering. They're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Visit glorydaysgrill.com for a location near you. Glory Days Grill is here to serve you, and thank you for your support as you stay local and stay positive. Hashtag GDG at home. Hashtag Glory Days Strong. Nothing else that we need to be
No,
thinking
we're
about?
good. Just remember, if you're starting players on Thursday night, don't play them in your flex. And a lot of trade deadlines are this weekend. So, a lot of my leagues, I'm seeing the little. This is the last week.
By the way,
You can do a lot of
ESPN's
trades.
got a thing. It's like Watson can tell you what trades. you should
they
make.
are the
It is
dumbest.
It's so bad.
bad.
It's so bad.
It's like, okay, who can we make it a trade attempt to that they will laugh at you the most?
Or to strip your team of players
Oh my
you
God.
need for guys you don't
it
want.
It is the worst.
It's so weird, man.
It is the worst thing that
I'd never seen it before, so I was really excited
it's-
about it this week. I'm like, I want to look at. Here, what do you think? I offered someone in a league a trade, and they haven't responded yet. I'm not thrilled about that.
Yeah.
I offered Hopkins, Hunter Henry, and James White for Mark Andrews and Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty fair trade, right?
Yeah, it does. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be wanting to get Mark Andrews right now, but
I'm trying to find somewhere that I can benefit.
Ridley's hurt, you know.
But he's not like hurt for the rest of the season. You're telling me I should cancel this offer?
I would rather probably just keep Hopkins and be done with it.
What'd you offer? Hopkins for what? Why are you getting rid of Hopkins?
Calvin Ridley and Mark Andrews. I need a better tight end, and I think that Mark Andrews has a higher ceiling. I need to find some production at tight end somehow.
Yeah, but
Andrews is just
he's
zeroed.
been-
He's double teamed by everyone.
I
He's been
understand
awful.
And Lamar's, I don't think, accurate enough to
for
make
3
take
weeks.
advantage,
Very
like to make the
frustrating.
completions.
It's very
on double team.
frustrating because we all drafted him.
I traded him, but I don't feel as bad about it now.
Yeah, but that didn't work out either. So
Well, I got Antonio Gibson. What do you mean?
Fine, I canceled the trade.
I mean, I would just keep Hopkins.
I want to make a trade.
I want to make trades too.
I want to make a trade.
Nobody responds to my trades.
Proctor traded Drew Brees for Lamar Jackson in one of my leagues this week.
To get Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Good trade.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm pissed off about it.
Yeah, I mean, the playoff
Yeah,
run
I know.
is like ridiculous.
Yeah, they plays nobody.
I think I wrote about that this week.
God, it's making me mad. But I'm not going to do it because I got Josh Allen, and I'm like happy.
Well, you can't do that.
Right,
I mean,
correct.
You're fine.
Correct.
You're good.
But I want to make a trade.
You're very petulant right now.
Well,
I
why?
would like to make a trade.
Okay. Offer somebody a kicker.
There you go.
All right, that's it. At Fans Fantasy on Twitter. That's how you follow him. We'll see you guys next Thursday. It's been the Press Box Fantasy Football Show.
Is it next Thursday?
Yeah, the following week is Thanksgiving.
Oh, I don't even know what day it is.
See you next Thursday.
Okay, next Thursday.